We live in a beautiful place, but our state is getting increasingly crowded. From 3.25 million people in 2018, we're expected to reach a population of nearly 7 million in 2060. For Utah, this crowding means even more polluted air, even more stress on our water resources, and even more traffic in the canyons on powder days. A lot of us would prefer that Utah not get so crowded and realize that our ever-growing numbers strain our precious natural resources and our fantastic quality of life, but maybe are a bit afraid to talk about what we can do about it. After all, how many children we all choose to have, if any, is a very personal decision. But it's okay. In fact, it's good for our community to talk about the downsides to population growth. And it's okay to keep them in mind when planning our own families. In fact, small families come with a lot of benefits, and not just for the environment. Small families allow parents to spend more time with each child, to save more money, and to invest in their children's education and well-being. A lot of people prefer smaller families, but still worry about the broader economic effects of slowing population growth. They often believe that more people necessarily produce a stronger economy. But actually, prosperity does not depend on population growth, even though that idea has been around for a long time. Of course, if we had 100 million people in Utah, we would make a lot more stuff. But what really matters is how much each of us sustainably produces and enjoys. And slowing population growth is completely compatible with increasing per capita economic growth. In Japan, for example, the population is shrinking, but the average standard of living continues to grow. So what can we all do? First of all, don't be afraid to talk about population growth with your family and friends, and with community leaders and public officials. Remind them of the consequences of Utah's rapid population growth, like more pollution and crowded natural areas. And point out that a rising population has very little to do with per capita living standards. Second, please be aware of and start pointing out all the ways that society stigmatizes families who choose to have no children at all. Third, support groups that provide healthcare and family planning for women across the world. If you're concerned about population growth and how many facets of life in Utah it impacts, find us online at utahpopulation.org and get involved.